Welcome to the channel. My name is Michael, and today's video, as you can see on the title, we will be reviewing all of the GORNATION products that I have bought while going on my calisthenics journey. And just to give you all a little backstory, let me move this into the frame here. I've been doing calisthenics consistently for about 2 years with some static training, now a little bit leaning towards more endurance workouts. And yeah, I have a history of weightlifting and stuff like that, but always had, what's the word? I've always wanted to get into calisthenics and was always wondering if I could get the body I desired by doing body weight stuff. And then I found GORNATION. And from this video, you'll see just how much I love the brand, the products that they have, the build quality, everything like that. We'll go through step by step or item by item of what I've bought, if I recommend it. And yeah, so let's start with the first thing I actually bought. Were a set of their Parallettes. Okay, now I don't know the specific names. I will have a picture and a link to the products in the description. But these are more of the travel size Parallettes. You can do push-ups, L-sits, handstands, you name it on these. It's a little bit more travel friendly. If you're on the go, these would be perfect for you, just so you don't have to do everything on the ground. Okay, so that was a very first thing that I bought. Okay, second thing that I bought were a pair of dip bars. Okay, and since these are pretty big, I can show you guys. And just to give y'all an idea, being in the calisthenics community, I realize that it's very popular overseas, right? Not as popular in the US, although obviously we still do calisthenics in the US. But I am 6 foot, 6'1". I'll have the conversion to centimeters on the screen. I don't know it off the top of my head. But yes, I am pretty tall, okay? And I have very long arms, as you can see, right? So if you're a tall guy, you can get an idea on how these dip bars will be for you and just the products in general. So yeah, dip bars, very self-explanatory. Couple dips. You can do some Australian pull-ups, train front lever on these, as y'all can see. I do have some tape on it, and GORNATION does do a good job of including tape with your purchase. So yes, front lever training and stuff like that is what these are good for. And y'all already know what you can do with these. Okay, let me get off the screen for a second. Chalk, liquid chalk. Okay, I know if you guys don't know about this, this is the holy grail. Okay, you're gonna want this. The regular chalk is fine. It's definitely a different texture than the liquid, but it definitely is messier. This is very simple. Take it out or squeeze it, rub your hands together, dries in seconds. So yeah, you can buy this too. This is their premium liquid chalk. Okay. So we're gonna move these out the way. And we got a couple of accessories here. So we got some wrist wraps. I had wrist surgery, so my wrist sometimes, I just need that extra support. And this kind of just helps to restrict your wrist from, just feeling so flowy. And I do like how when you put them on, I'll show you very briefly here. Obviously, you just wrap it around, right? And I do have some other ones that I owned before these, and I'll show you guys why I don't use those and I use these now, is because you have these on, right? You want to tighten it, you twist it a certain way. You want to loosen it, you twist it a certain way. So it definitely feels good on the wrist, helps me out during my workouts. I did have these over here. This brand is Pull Up and Dip. These are fine. The quality is definitely not as good, very thin. And you can't just on the go twist to loosen it up, and which kind of sucks because when you're working out, that stuff gets tight on your wrists and no blood circulation. So we don't use those anymore. We also have these. I'm going all out of order now, but oh well. These are what I use for front lever stuff, just because, like I said, I started using those wrist wraps a little bit less and less. And these are just quick application. And when you're doing false grip and stuff, sometimes it can get my wrist can get a little bit irritated. So that's what I use these kind of wristbands for. I believe that's what they're called. Okay, we also have these, which I never really, honestly, I bought them and then I just didn't feel the need to use them as much. But if you're a person where your calluses hurt really bad, you can put these on, wrap it around your wrist here, and grab the bar without having to have those callus hurt you. But now I really just cut my calluses. It's a lot easier. And if you're a calisthenics athlete, then you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes these things can get swollen and your workout gets cut short. Nobody likes that. So these, I'm not even gonna try to remember the name, but these are obviously the higher parallettes. You can do, I feel like these are more conducive for beginners, just because of the height that you can get off the ground when doing planche training, L-sit stuff. It's good for deficit push-ups if you have your feet on an elevated surface. What else? Yeah, so basically just like the first ones I showed you, obviously more height, you can do the exact same things on, but it gives you a little bit more leeway with the space you get off the ground, in return making workouts a lot easier. And I do like how easy it is to take these off. Just a couple bolts, and if you want, these can be travel with you too. Put them in a bag. Okay, so next thing here, as y'all can see, a lot of stuff. We have a weight vest, okay? And this is the bigger one. They have a smaller version, but I'll go ahead and take it off for you. Put it on. So I'm not sure if it comes with the patches, but some patches here, some patches on the back, and as y'all can see, got some grass on it because I do work out outside. So we're gonna put this on. Something got stuck. Here it is. All right, so here and here, okay? And what they use for the weights, it's on the ground. Hopefully y'all can still hear me with that on. But anyways, in the little pouches, they use these blocks. So I'm not sure exactly how much each one weighs, but you are able to put them inside here and adjust the weight as needed, okay? So this is perfect for, like I said, working outside. If you don't have access to weights, right? Which then brings me to GORNATION dip belt, okay? So obviously, very self-explanatory. Weighted calisthenics, weighted pull-ups, weighted dips, all that good stuff. This is probably the best belt that I've used. I have a couple other ones, but this one, very lightweight. It gets the job done, right? They did a good job with this belt. So if you're at the gym, you have access to weight. which I'll show you guys in one of the last products that I do have by them. Very good, recommend that. Okay, so now we are going to shift our focus. Well, actually, you know what? Let me make sure you guys can see this here. All right, y'all can see it. So we have GORNATION pull-up bar, okay? Now, this was the first pull-up bar that I got from GORNATION, and I wanted to get it on the wall, put it in a stud so I can do weighted stuff, right? And as y'all can, as I told y'all earlier, pretty tall, okay? So I had it pretty high, okay? But this here, good for obviously some pull-ups. Now, having it on the wall, I would probably, if I had to do it again, I would put it on the ceiling, because when you're doing ring stuff, it's not the best, okay? Because you're real close to the wall. You really can't do push-ups here and push-ups this way. It would need to be really far away from the wall so your feet can, you know what I mean? You can do pull-ups here, but it is like, if I look straight, it's pretty close, right? L-sit, you know, like hanging leg raises, your back hits the wall. So nonetheless, it gets the job done for this one. We bought for my wife because she likes to work on pull-ups as well. This one is obviously better height-wise. She's not as tall as me. So this one above the door, when the door's open, you obviously have more leg space, okay? But still, I'd recommend getting that one if you don't have it on the wall. I mean, if you don't, if you can put it on the ceiling. One more product we have, which is the biggest product, and I'll show you guys here. Here we have it. Like I said, if you don't have access to weights, weight vest, perfect. The big one or the smaller one. So this is GORNATION's latest best product, okay? This is like the all-in-one type of deal. Like I said, I'm about 6 foot, 6'1". This is how high my arm goes up off the ground. And I have really long arms, so if you're 6 foot with shorter arms, it's definitely not going to be as big of a difference, okay? So this is a pull-up. My legs aren't able to be straight. Now, if I brought my legs a little bit forward, like this, then we can do that. We can make it work. But for the most part, I normally just have my legs like this. All right, so there's your pull-up. They also have these two things here for squats. So you can bring squat rack up here, do some squats, okay? If you buy the extension for the dip, which I'll go ahead and put on real quick. All right, like I said, guys, the dip bar is on. It is tightened up. Make sure it's all tight. And you can do, this is me. Let me give y'all a little bit of a better view here. Perfect. So my long arms, I'm still able to, obviously my head's not going to be that far forward. I'm going to be more like this. It's perfect. Hold a lot of weight, put my dip belt on, and yeah. So last part is they have this push-up bar at the bottom. Now I've seen people get real creative with the push-up bar here. If you're not tall, then you can use it for actually getting assistance up onto the pull-up bar. Okay. Very well built. I haven't had it for long, but I canceled my gym membership. I have all this product. I don't really need a gym membership to do everything that I need to do, right? You can also add weight onto these pegs here to make sure that we are stable. If you're doing muscle ups and stuff, I weigh about 170 pounds. I'll have that conversion up because I don't know it. But muscle ups, just extra support. You can put a lot of weight on these pegs here. So guys, that ends this review of GORNATION products. Overall, I love what GORNATION has done. Their shipping is fast. Like I said, I live in the US. 2 to 3 days max all the way from Germany is amazing. And as y'all can see, I've invested a lot of money into their products and things like that. So this is not a sponsored video. Once again, this is just my true opinion on the GORNATION products. Everything is perfect. They have customer satisfaction guaranteed. If anything happens, their customer support is really fast with responding. So I really appreciate it. I even have clothes, right? Got some GORNATION stuff on for the video, but this is just a sample of how much I have invested into their clothing as well. So let me know what you guys think. If you're looking to start a gym, if you're looking to start your calisthenics journey, definitely start with GORNATION. They have a bunch of stuff. They're very reasonable priced, and it's going to last you a long time. So thank you guys for watching. We're going to start making some calisthenic videos with just my daily working out, because I work out every day. I might as well record it. So hopefully you guys stick around for that. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out.